Once upon a time, there was a magical forest known as the Enchanted Forest of Slumber. This forest was unlike any other, as it was said that anyone who entered would immediately feel a sense of calm and relaxation wash over them. The trees in the forest were tall and majestic, with leaves that shimmered in the moonlight. The animals that lived in the forest were friendly and kind, and they would often welcome visitors with open arms. But the most magical thing about the Enchanted Forest of Slumber was that it had the power to help anyone who entered it fall asleep. The air was filled with a soothing fragrance that would make even the most restless sleeper drift off into a peaceful slumber. One day, a young girl named Lily heard about the Enchanted Forest of Slumber and decided to visit it. Lily had always struggled with falling asleep at night, and she hoped that the magic of the forest would help her get the rest she needed. As she entered the forest, she felt an immediate sense of calm wash over her. She walked along the forest floor, taking in the sights and sounds around her. She saw fireflies dancing in the air, and heard the gentle sound of a nearby brook. Eventually, Lily came across a clearing in the forest. In the center of the clearing was a small pond, surrounded by flowers of every color. In the center of the pond was a small island, with a cozy-looking treehouse perched on top. Lily felt drawn to the treehouse, and she climbed up to the top. Inside, she found a comfortable bed with soft blankets and pillows. She lay down and closed her eyes, taking in the soothing scent of the forest. As she lay there, she felt herself drifting off into a peaceful sleep. She dreamed of flying on the back of a dragon, of exploring hidden caves filled with treasures, and of swimming with mermaids in the deep blue sea. When she woke up, she felt more rested than she had in years. She knew that the Enchanted Forest of Slumber had worked its magic on her, and she felt grateful for the experience. From that day on, Lily would return to the forest whenever she needed a good night's sleep. And every time she entered, she felt the magic of the forest wash over her once again, filling her with a sense of calm and relaxation that she could find nowhere else. And so, the Enchanted Forest of Slumber continued to work its magic on all those who entered, bringing peaceful slumber to all who needed it. As time went by, more and more people heard about the Enchanted Forest of Slumber, and they too began to visit the forest in search of a peaceful night's sleep. The animals of the forest were happy to welcome visitors, and they would often guide them to the most peaceful spots in the forest. The fireflies would light up the paths, and the birds would sing sweet lullabies to help everyone drift off to sleep. But there was one visitor who was not so kind. A wicked witch who had heard about the magic of the Enchanted Forest of Slumber, and had decided that she wanted it for herself. The witch entered the forest under the cover of darkness, hoping to find the source of the magic that had brought so much peaceful slumber to others. But the forest knew that the witch was not a kind visitor, and it did not take kindly to her presence. The trees rustled their leaves in warning, and the animals retreated to their burrows and nests. The witch, undeterred, continued to search for the source of the magic. She scoured the forest, looking for any sign of the enchantment that had brought such peaceful slumber to others. But as she searched, she began to feel a sense of calm and relaxation wash over her. The scent of the forest filled her lungs, and she felt herself growing drowsy. Before she knew it, she had fallen asleep. When she woke up, she felt more rested than she had in years. She realized that the magic of the Enchanted Forest of Slumber had worked its way into her heart, and she knew that she could not take it away from others. And so, she left the forest and never returned. From that day on, she used her powers for good, spreading peaceful slumber wherever she went. And the enchanted forest of slumber continued to work its magic on all those who entered, bringing peaceful slumber to all who needed it.